This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good day, my viewers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 3, 2022. And in the news, mom detained as a Bloomfield murder suspect absconds. The police are probing whether the parents of the man held for the murder of former Portland Eastern Member of Parliament, Dr. Linval Bloomfield, played a role in his disappearance yesterday, ahead of the start of his trial in the Home Circuit Court. Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn instructed the investigator in the case on Wednesday to launch an investigation into an attempt to pervert the course of justice with respect to the parents of the defendant, Simeon Sutherland. In the wake of Sutherland's flight, his mother, who was his surety, was taken into custody while arrangements are being made for the bail amount to be paid. The 23-year-old defendant, who was on $800,000 bail, was expected to return to court yesterday morning after his bail was extended on Monday. But when the matter was ready to proceed, Sutherland, who the court earlier heard was on his way, was a no-show. His attorney, Peter Champagne KC, said he was beyond surprised by the turn of events and indicated that he had met with Sutherland earlier at his office in the presence of his parents. The attorney further told the court that based on what he was told, the couple had dropped off their son at the entrance to the court, but instead of going inside, he diverted. Champagne said the parents became suspicious of Sutherland's movements and drove after him, but he managed to elude them. Based on what the surety is saying, the routine would be that they would drop off the accused at the entrance of the court, and then they would move the vehicle to the parking lot, and then would come across after while he registers at the entrance, the lawyer further shared. The DPP, who had asked Justice Leighton Pusey to issue a bench warrant, questioned the situation. The surety and her son were supposedly on their way to the court's office. One wonders what could have happened while the surety is here and her son is not here, she stated, before Champagne shed light on what he had been told. The DPP also questioned whether the surety would return if she was allowed to leave. But the judge said that while the court would not concern itself with the investigation that the police would be carrying out, the surety would be taken into custody given the circumstances of the case. I will have the surety remain with the court so that the questioning and the investigation can be carried out, he added. Champagne, in the meantime, asked the court to release him and his co-counsel Samoy Campbell. I had every confidence that he would have been here, but as defense counsel, we cannot and will not countenance this situation, he added, while insisting that this was not a part of their contractual arrangements. Barring some accident or something that can reasonably explain his absence, I do not intend to continue, Champagne added. Judge Pusey told Champagne that he could not be released at this time, especially given that the accused would need a lawyer to speak on his behalf. The judge said the request could be considered at a later stage. In addition to issuing a bench warrant for Sutherland's arrest, the judge also ordered that the stop order at all ports be executed. Sutherland, a father of two, was arrested and charged with murder and misprision of felony in connection with the stabbing death of a politician on February 2, 2019, after forensic evidence reportedly linked him to the crime scene. Bloomfield was found with 26 knife wounds, including 14 stabs by an employee at his home in Portland on the morning of the fatal attack. Sutherland had maintained that while he was present, he was not involved in the man's death. However, allegations are that he and another person had been plotting to extort the politician over his allegedly sexual orientation. Mom of traumatized teen recalls 48 hours of hell after taxicab ordeal. A mother is relieved to have her teen daughter return home alive after her bid to land a job at a Portmore call center morphed into a nightmare after she was allegedly abducted after the interview. The 19-year-old was reportedly abducted for 2 days after boarding a taxi during a rainy Monday afternoon in downtown Kingston. She is said to be weak because she had not eaten during the period. She was reportedly found Wednesday and was hospitalized up to press time for injuries and the trauma sustained during the 48-hour ordeal. According to her mother, a rogue taxi operator who engaged the help of a woman and a man abducted the teen and physically assaulted her. Them just let her off back. Yeah, them kidnap her and put her in house abandoned building, the teen's mother told the news shortly after she returned. The woman, a resident of a West Kingston community, said her daughter did not have any physical bruises but have been advised to visit the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse on Thursday. The woman said her daughter is not talking much and did not disclose that she had been raped. Somebody found her down West Street. Is there them must drop her? She said she was in a gully and climb up and reach Maxfield Avenue and take a taxi and she traumatized. She said she started crying because they wanted to kill her, the mother said. The news was told that the teenager begged relentlessly for her abductors to spare her life. A lady was in the kidnapping and she said she have to cry to the lady and say, "Remember me have me daughter, me have me daughter. You would let nobody kill you and leave your daughter?" I saw the lady have little lenience. The mother told the news, adding that the men had been insistent about killing her daughter. The ordeal began for the teen when she took an upper yard taxi and was punched in the face by a male passenger. Them wind up the window and drove away with her. She don't know where them carry her. She only knows that she in the building for 2 days, the mother said. She knew that things were amiss when she could not reach her daughter on Monday afternoon and her phone went to voicemail. The mother said alarm bells went off because her daughter was usually reachable. A missing person report was filed at the Central Police Station on Monday. The police corporate communications unit confirmed that it received the missing person correspondence on Tuesday. The police then begged me to make something and send it over social media. When me do it, she's popular on social media, so everybody starts sending it out. God is so good, the mother said. Gun amnesty will not impede regular law enforcement, says Chang. National Security Minister Dr. Harris Chang has said that the upcoming amnesty will not adversely affect the work of law enforcement in the fight against the crime. Dr. Chang has announced that the 14-day gun amnesty will run from November 5 to 19. The amnesty is being facilitated by an order approved Tuesday in the House of Representatives. Speaking at Wednesday morning's post-cabinet press briefing, the National Security Minister said the amnesty is in the best interest of public safety and will give people who are in possession of an illegal firearm the opportunity to hand over the weapon to the police without facing prosecution. But he insisted the process in no way impedes the police in their normal work, adding that if a criminal is using a firearm in an armed robbery, he will be charged the same way as he will be charged tomorrow and the day after the amnesty. The Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act is now in effect and introduces stricter penalties for gun-related offenses. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck is encouraging justices of the peace across the country to assist the people seeking to surrender their weapons under the amnesty. Speaking in Clarendon on the weekend, Minister Chuck also called for Jamaicans to encourage their relatives and their friends to surrender their illegal weapons. Mr. Chuck said the government is determined to dismantle gangs that are a threat to national security. He added that citizens must become more emboldened and give the police information on gang activities and illegal guns in their communities. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.